folks, welcome to another episode of The Bar Dad, and today we have answered viewer email, and they wanted us to do an episode on boozy baking. Thank you, Suzanne. So today we're going to introduce you to a drink that we discovered on a Royal Caribbean cruise called an Icy Bourbon Mocha mint coffee drink. Drank the crap out of that thing when we were on the cruise. So we're going to make that drink for you, and then we're going to turn it into a dessert. We're going to do some boozy baking with a special guest. So pull up a chair and we'll bake about it.
It's the Bar Dad.
Hey folks, welcome back. I am just beside myself with joy and excitement today because for the first time ever, my daughter Caroline is joining me on camera. Normally, Caroline is behind the camera or in the editing suite in Oklahoma. So it's a pleasure.
Hi, Dad.
And an honor. How are you? Cheers.
Cheers.
So my daughter is joining me today because we are going to talk about an experience that we had on vacation a couple years ago. You want to tell the audience a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we were on the good old Royal Caribbean cruise. It was like a family vacation.
That was the big ass boat.
It was massive.
With the tunnel through the middle.
Just side note, if you're on the ship, you want to have your balcony facing the Central Park. Just
Cheers.
saying. And so they have like this coffee shop cafe situation called the Promenade. And we discovered like day 2 of like this week trip, this bourbon icy mint coffee, and yeah, that was on the menu every day.
And I felt cheated that it took us 2 days to discover this thing. So it is an icy bourbon mint mocha coffee, and it's out freaking standing.
So good.
So they're having double treat today. So we
true.
are going to make the Royal Caribbean Icy Bourbon Mocha Mint coffee from the Cafe Promenade on the Promenade. See what they did there? Very creative, Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
And then my daughter, who is an expert baker, and here's some pictures of some of the things that she's created. Click, 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 click. Okay. We are going to turn the Royal Caribbean Icy Bourbon Mocha Mint coffee into cake pops.
Little bite size. So you can...
Holy cow. All right. So you ready?
I am.
I'm so excited. Stay tuned. All right. We're back. So now, as promised, we are going to make the Icy Bourbon Mocha Mint, Icy Bourbon Mint Mocha
Something
coffee.
along those
Something
lines.
along those lines. So my lovely Thelia assistant here will start us off.
So we're just gonna attempt to put some ice in our custom-made The Bar Dad.
Soon to be on my Etsy page.
What's that like?
It's hot coffee. Put a little- I'd probably fill it.
Fill it?
No, well, right there.
Well, because that's
About all the ice you have.
all you got.
All right, okay. Now, it calls for espresso, or you could use really strong coffee. Now, Bar Dad safety notice. When you make it, make sure your coffee is cold, because when you put it in the hot coffee in a shaker, it explodes. Not that we know personally.
No trial runs or anything.
Nothing. We read about it. We read about that online. So, take 2. You were saying. Oh, we were saying. Don't put hot coffee in your shaker because it will explode. Okay.
Coffee.
Yes, that's why it's the bourbon mint coffee.
So it's just a bit of a guesstimation at this point.
How about that?
Do about half.
Half. Okay. All right. Looks good. All right. Now, for the booze part.
What'd you do with it? Oh, it's right there.
We have Maker's Mark. Right there. Beautiful. Or whiskey of your choice.
Wait, what?
No, but it's just.
Tea
we're just-
magic.
no, we did- no. We're going to do 2 ounces of makers. 2 ounces of makers. 2 ounces of white creme de menthe. Creme de menthe. 1 ounce.
1 ounce.
1 ounce. 1.
Unless you really
Not
like
2. 3 is right out. For all you Monty Python fans. Okay. 1 ounce of creme de menthe. Whoa. All right.
And then there's something a little that we've decided to add a little extra that he's discovered recently. 99 espresso coffee flavored.
I'm a big fan of these 99s.
I've noticed.
99 proof, and I've got root beer. We did that in the screwball episode, the apple
one.
in the apple episode. Now we're using 99 espresso. So we're only going to do a ½ ounce of this. Now again, you can play with the different measurements, give or take, right? And then you can't have a mocha without.
Well, we gotta do this first. Now
Oh yeah, we're gonna mix it all together.
Yeah. So at this point, your hot coffee should be somewhat cold.
Okay, you ready? That works.
Very nice. And then I'm just gonna take some Hershey's Special Dark syrup. You know, a little barista moment. Throw back to my 2 weeks at Starbucks. Shut up.
Okay.
There's a reason it was only 2 weeks.
How frothy that is.
Delicious.
Okay. And then, oh,
Splash of cream.
cream. Take you. I'll do my thing here. So we got 1, 2. Half a shot or more
This is yours.
of the espresso and the crème de menthe. Glug. Beautiful. All right, go ahead and dump the coffee in. Here, you're shaking it this time.
I'm shaking it? All right.
Yeah, you shake it.
Can't forget that part.
Bit of a drizzle. There we go. Ooh, look at that.
Yummy.
Okay. And a little ham.
You're gonna need your stir. Gonna need your stir stick.
Oh.
Insert copyrighted Star Wars theme.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Now, what do you get?
Coffee and bourbon.
And it's minty and mochi.
Actually, your 2 ounces might be needed. It's a subtle hint of mint.
I only did 1 ounce of the.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Your,
You need 2 ounces? I got a lot of mint in mine.
yeah, no, I just hit it. Never mind. Woo.
So this is very refreshing.
It is. It's very good. Nice morning. Wake you
It
up
has
in the morning.
3.5 ounces of booze in it.
It'll perk you up.
And feel free to add more. I still think it would probably could go for even some more whiskey than 2 ounces of whiskey.
Well, you are the bar dad, so you can do whatever
I
you
know.
want. I like mine.
Did you hear that? I am the bar dad. I am the bar dad. I am the lizard queen. Okay.
Careful.
So, Really good. We had one every morning for breakfast once we discovered this thing existed. So let's raise a Bar Dad toast to the Royal Caribbean for coming up with this. Cheers.
Cheers.
And so now you're going to work the magic, the voodoo that you do.
The voodoo that I do.
And you're going to turn this into something
Edible
and delicious.
I'm excited.
First time we've done any boozy baking on...
Boozy Baking Bites.
Boozy Baking Bites on the Bar Dad. Say that fast. After a couple of these, impossible. We'll be right back. So, hey, I'm really excited. Our first Boozy Baking episode. Look at all of this stuff. And I'm going to turn it over to my daughter baker extraordinaire, Miss Caroline. Caroline, take us away. What we got?
Cool. So we are cheating the system full part today. We are doing a box cake. So we decided to do devil's food because we're turning this into like a chocolatey coffee cake, essentially. So this is boxed. We already baked the cake here. I used about a third of this bottle in this, plus...
We're Italian. We don't use measurements.
That is true. It's just, yeah, that tastes good. And then about 1 cup of espresso, of like straight espresso. Make sure it's like cooled before you put it into the hot espresso.
Because the cake will...
The baking soda will start baking before it's actually in the oven.
I like exploding cakes better.
So right now, Dad is going to break up the cake into like crumbles. And I'm gonna talk you through making the binder to keep the cake together. So as I said, we're cheating the system. So we bought some store-bought chocolate.
And this reminds me of my first birthday.
Oh my God.
So we're back, and my daughter made me go wash my hands so I can put it back in here.
Yes. So I'm just gonna take about a quarter, a third, half the container of the fudge frosting. So then this is going to be the bourbon part of our drink, and so we're gonna just that looks good. And we're just gonna...
This is like that ASMR type thing. It's like,
Oh my God.
it's like soothing. It's like...
Don't mind if I too much.
Just, you know. What are you making?
Fudgy. Ooh, that smells really good. Fudgy bourbon frosting.
How much does this have to?
Not very much. Well, this is definitely gonna be cut out. Oh my God, I put way too much bourbon in here.
My daughter just said she put way too much bourbon in her icing. What's the Bar Dad motto? There's no such thing as way too much bourbon.
Okay, but when
add more of the icing.
yeah, I know.
Well, that's actually coming together.
It's supposed to be a binder, not liquid. There we go. Oh, there's a tip too. If you buy like 1 can of frosting and then you whip it, it becomes double the can of frosting. So, just letting you friends know.
By the way, the Bar Dad aprons will be for sale on our Etsy page coming up as well. Nothing but the finest quality. There.
So for 1 box of cake, you're gonna want like about a 1/4 of a cup, starting with a 1/4 of a cup of frosting in your cake, because you don't want it to be like super wet. You just want it to be thick enough to stick together into a ball. So like, All right, using your hands for this too, Dad?
No. I'm gonna lick the bowl.
Oh no. Okay, but I need the spoon though.
We don't need those stinking spoons. So, I've never made cake ball things before, so what should this look like?
Well, when you go to grab it, you should be able to roll it into a little bowl.
Bingo.
And have it not completely stick to your hands.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
There's a bug flying around. Ooh. I think I got him legitimately with the lightsaber.
Ew. What'd you say?
There was a bug flying around. I went, "Meow," and I think I zapped him, and he's on the ground now. All right, welcome back, folks. Hey, through the magic of Bar Dad Television, we have a whole tray of Icy Bourbon Mocha cake balls.
Minus the mocha and the mint.
Minus the
icy and the mint.
the
There
icy,
we go.
that's coming. Full disclosure, I had my hands on a lot of balls within the last hour. So we're gonna turn it. I was told I couldn't use the "had my hands in the balls" comment, so we're gonna start from scratch. Hey, welcome back, folks. My lovely assistant and daughter will now take us through how to put the icy mint on the coffee bourbon cake balls.
Correct.
Okay.
So I've already got about a cup of powdered sugar that I already sifted to make it like really like thin and not lumpy. Because if you don't,
That's pretty.
you don't want lumpy powdered sugar, it won't look pretty.
It does look lumpy.
It will. Who would have thought?
I know.
So we want to like really focus on the mint portion. So we're doing about a capful of peppermint extract, just to give it
A
little
peppermint
bit.
explosion in your mouth.
There you go.
Let me smell it.
It's gonna smell minty. It's minty.
It's like Vicks Vapor Rub.
Quiet. Oh, that's sticky. That's just chocolate. Okay. So and then we're gonna do about an ounce and a half of
Let me help you with that.
creme de menthe. So this, we're making a glaze, not necessarily a frosting or such, because you already have frosting in it. So this glaze that you're looking for, it's gonna be cloudy and not like solid white or clear. You also want a little on the thicker side. You don't want it super runny or it will just immediately soak into the cake balls. You want it to be able to like,
Kind of a phlegmy consistency.
delicious.
Here, you know what fixed that right up? This.
Oh my lord.
So we should have a drinking game. How many times my daughter has eye rolled me in this particular episode?
Not enough.
Not phlegmy enough?
No, not enough times I've rolled my eyes at you.
No. I just gave you an eye roll.
Sounds about right. Okay. How's that like?
I like that. Okay.
Smells
It
like
smells icy-y and
pepperminty.
pepperminty, minty. All right. So how do we glaze the balls?
To answer your question,
I need a drink.
so how I'm gonna do it, and you can do it however you want. But for
You be you.
you be you, just take a little spoonful, and we're just gonna do on top. And then Dad is going to take the instant espresso.
Oh.
Looks like snow. I'm gonna shit all over it. He's gonna take a little bit of instant espresso and sprinkle it right on top.
Just a dusting. Now, once you have these made, do you recommend putting them in the freezer or the fridge for a period of time?
I do. I would recommend just putting them in the fridge to chill and to set. We did let our cake balls sit for about 20-30 minutes before we
Eat that one in the morning.
started filming, because we wanted the cake and the frosting to like
Congeal?
Ah! Wow, I am his daughter. A selfish little plug. I have a business, Caroline's Cakes and Cookies.
Yes, my daughter has her own baking program, company thing.
You know.
And she does cakes and cookies, and the website, right here.
There is no website.
There is no website. Fire your marketing person.
Well, it's very small.
So how can they get a hold of you if they want to order some cakes or cookies?
Text me.
Text you.
Or DM me on Instagram.
You can find her at Instagram at...
It's down below.
Yes. All right, we're going to ice the rest of these, and we'll be right back. All right, folks. Well, ta-da! We had to let our balls cool for a while. They were too warm. And
A bit moist.
they were a bit moist and warm. So what we did is we stuck them in the fridge.
Yeah.
All right. To let them dry out a little bit and to cool down.
Yep.
And so now, I don't know if you can see this, but look at that beautiful, beautiful collection. All right, I'm going in.
Okay.
I'm going in. Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Holy cow. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Immediately you get the icy. It's like the whoosh,
Goosebumps.
goose. Yeah, seriously. So it's like that York peppermint patty whoosh, But then you definitely get the subtle notes of the espresso and the chocolate. Obviously the chocolate.
Yeah.
And the bourbon is in there too.
It's like towards the tail end. You get the bourbon.
These are actually very good. I'm gonna have another one.
Okay.
Let me go for. We'll go for this one here. All right, here we go. All right.
They're so good.
That one had more espresso powder on it,
Got
and
more of
it
the
definitely was good.
So do you think these are the edible version of the drink we had earlier?
I do. I really do.
Yeah.
You might even try them in the freezer for a little bit. Get them a little. Wow, that peppermint is just. It's really good.
Yeah, that extract definitely helps.
Yeah, love it. All right. So, the Icy Bourbon Mocha,
Mint.
Icy Bourbon Mint Mocha balls are from Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
Turned into a cake pop ball. These are balls, pops, you get little sticks in them, right?
Yes.
But they were fantastic. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for my daughter, Caroline. So we've done about 30 or so episodes together. Golf clap. We've done about 30 or so episodes, and she's either been behind the camera but she's edited all of them. So big thank you to you for all that you've done.
Of course.
It was part of your idea and your other sister,
My other sister.
your other sister's idea to put this together, and we've been going since July 2020.
Yeah.
So rock and roll, more to come. So Icy Bourbon Mocha Mint balls.
Say that really fast.
Cheers, great job.
Cheers.
All right. Ooh. That's really good stuff, by the way. Bourbon and the real icy, I might have to cut that because that was.
You forgot what you were drinking?
I did forget what I was drinking for a second. But thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. Love it. You can shake it. I am your father. So, hey, folks, remember, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button up here in the corner right there. Find us on Instagram at The Bar Dad. And any questions, comments, smart remarks, or orders for Caroline's Cakes and Cookies, or Cookies and Cakes,
Either way.
or Caroline's Concoctions, Confections,
There you go.
thebardad@gmail. Actually, it would be this at bardad@gmail.com. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, keep your balls within reach. Always. Keep your scotch close. And your beautiful daughters even closer. Ciao.
Keep your friends close and your scotch closer. It's the Bar Dad.